All right, so you've done a great job starting out with your basic probability. Now we're going to talk about probability of two events. And again, there's some background knowledge that you need to have. So the first thing you need to be able to do is you need to be able to multiply fractions, all right? Don't worry about fractions. Fractions are not as bad as everybody believes they are. They really kind of fun after a while. So, for example, we have 1/3 times 2/5. If you reach back in your brain, you'll remember that to multiply fractions, you first multiply the numerator, then you multiply the denominator. So I'm going to show you in Desmos. I'm going to go ahead and multiply those numerators, the 1 and the 2, and I get a 2. Then I'm going to multiply the denominators, 3 times 5, and get a 15. So what I ended up with was 2 over 15. And I can tell by looking at that it does not simplify. So we're going to leave it that way. What I need you to do is I need you to go ahead, do the next 2, and we're going to give you a hint. You're going to have to simplify. So make sure you do that and then come back and we will check your answers. You've got this. Okay, we're back. All righty. You can use Desmos, do it in your head, do it. We prefer you use Desmos just because we don't like mistakes and it's easier to clean them up when you use your calculator. If you take 3 times 6, you get 18. And then 4 times 10, you get 40. And when you look at 18 over 40, you know that 2 goes into both those numbers. So that is 9 over 20. Then the next one you look at, 5 times 3 is 15. 2 times 12 is 24. Again, to simplify, whatever the method you use, I can look at those and see that 3 divides into both of them. So I get 5 over 8. All right, so now we're going to do some vocabulary. So we have steps for solving. First thing you do is find the probability of each event. Okay? So you're going to find the probability for the first event and the second event, maybe even the third. And then you're going to multiply the 2 fractions if there's 2 events. If there's more than 2 events, you would multiply more than 2 fractions. And then you're going to simplify. Ooh, look at that spelling. That was so good. Simplify the answer. Okay? So now that you've seen that I can spell a little bit, Ms. Benson's going to show you some problems.
All right, guys. So now we are going to solve some 8th grade level probability. Okay, well, to be fair, we're actually going to do a little bit of review of simple probability, and then we'll throw in some 8th grade probability. All right, so let's read. It says, at the Lion Tamer show, the circus sells 5 flavors of cotton candy, bubblegum, cherry, blue raspberry, watermelon, banana, and 3 flavors of popcorn, butter, caramel corn, and cheese. And then we've got 3 questions to answer about cotton candy and popcorn. So the first one is just simple probability. It's a review of the stuff that we did last time. It says, what is the probability of randomly choosing a cherry-flavored cotton candy? Okay, well, I can figure this out. I know from here that we have 5 flavors of cotton candy. So I'm choosing from 5 choices. And I know that one of them is cherry flavored. So the chance of getting cherry flavored cotton candy, if I just picked randomly, is 1 out of 5. And then I've got a similar question about my popcorn. What's the probability of randomly choosing cheese popcorn? I had 3 flavors of popcorn, and one of them was cheese. So 1 out of 3. So that's just a review. We've done that before. Those are simple probability because I'm doing one thing. I'm picking cotton candy. Done. I'm picking popcorn. Done. But this next one, this is different. Okay? It says, what is the probability of randomly choosing a cherry-flavored cotton candy and then randomly choosing cheese popcorn? We are doing 2 things, choosing cotton candy and choosing popcorn. So to set up a problem like this, if you're doing two things, you need two fractions. And in case you couldn't guess it from what Ms. Voss was doing earlier, we're gonna multiply those two fractions, okay? This first fraction is going to be the probability of choosing cherry flavored cotton candy. And we already figured out that's 1 out of 5. And then my second fraction is going to be what's the probability of choosing cheese popcorn. And we already figured out that that's 1 out of 3. So if we multiply those, that will tell us the probability that both of these things happen, one after the other, right? 1 times, actually, I'm going to use Desmos, even though I know this one. 1 times 1 gives me 1 for the numerator. And then on the denominator on the bottom, 5 times 3 gives me 15. So my final answer is 1 out of 15. So if you randomly chose a cotton candy and a popcorn 15 times, this combination would only happen 1 time. You would only get cherry and cheese once out of those 15 times. All right, so that's what this means, and we are going to keep practicing. So if that seems a little bit tricky, just hang in there. All right, so our next problem is a little bit different, but we're going to start off with the easy stuff again. So it says, in one circus game, players throw a dart at a wall of balloons. Maybe you've seen that before. Probably not at the Salem Fair, but maybe somewhere else. At this game, there are 3 red balloons, 2 blue balloons, 4 purple balloons, and 1 yellow balloon, and that's a lot. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw some dots down here to represent each of those balloons, because that's gonna help us visualize this problem. Okay, so here are my balloons. The yellow one might be kind of hard to see, but it's right there. Okay, now let's answer the questions. It says, this first one says, what is the probability of randomly popping a blue balloon? So you can use the problem, or we can use this picture. We have 10 balloons in total, and 2 of them are blue. So the chance that I'm going to randomly pop a blue balloon is 2 out of 10. Or I can simplify that and I get 1/5. Easy. The second question says, okay, now pretend that never happened. What is the probability of randomly popping a yellow balloon? Well, I have 10 balloons and 1 of them is yellow. So that's 1 out of 10 and it doesn't simplify. Okay, now C is where the fun stuff starts. This is the kind of probability that actually makes you use your brain a little bit, but I like this kind the best. So it says, what is the probability of randomly popping a blue balloon and then popping a yellow balloon? So we are doing 2 things here, blue and yellow. So that means that I need 2 fractions to get my answer. Okay. And the first part I've already done. The chance of getting popping a blue balloon, 2 out of 10 or 1 out of 5. I'm just going to put 2 out of 10. I know that's the chance of popping a blue balloon. But if I pop this blue balloon, it's gone. It's not there anymore. I can't pop it again. It's disappeared. Oh no, it exploded. So now how many balloons do I have left? I have 9. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when I figure out the chance of getting this yellow balloon, it's not 1 out of 10 anymore. Okay, now the chance of getting a yellow balloon is 1 out of 9 because I only have 9 balloons left. So today when you are practicing, this is the thing that is going to be so important, okay, is reading carefully and deciding how many items are in the problem. Because this is an easy kind, multiplying these are easy, simplifying is not even that bad. It's just deciding, oh, I don't have 10 balloons anymore, now I only have 9. So I'm going to multiply them over here, 2 times 1 and 10 times 9, and I get 2 out of 90. or 2/90ths. And then you should use whatever simplifying method that you use. And you get 1 out of 45 as your final answer. Okay? So hang in there. Your teacher might have some more examples to show you, or maybe you can tune in live during class and watch him or her do some more examples. But you can totally do this. And next time we'll throw in some vocabulary for you.